let me do that real quick. Sorry, fellas. I skipped a step this evening. Let me do this real quick.
Are you already live?
I think so. Well, I just hit the button, so.
Oh, okay. Hi, everybody.
All right. Hero Hour links. Set the link. Friday. Oh, this was a long butt week. So let's hear. I'm gonna make sure. Yep. All right. All right. The volume's good. All right. I sent out the link. So anybody out there that's in the Twitterverse and is familiar with our Twitter link, it's been sent. You all are welcome to join anytime. And let's get started. Hey, everybody. Welcome to the Misfit Corner Comics. This is the Hero Hour. Today was just a fantastic day. It was a fantastic day because I went and I signed the papers and I went and put the locks on and started moving stuff into the new Misfit Corner Comics store. And I'm over the moon. I can't wait to I wish I was there right now working in the store. So, but one of the things that really sucks, wait a minute. Fearful Mook says, yeet, gonna keep busy. Okay. I'm not sure exactly what he means there, but you know, he's British, so he's UKian. So who knows what he's trying to say. But, one of the things that happened is before the storm, I went to Home Depot and I started pricing lumber. Oh, sleep. Gonna sleep. Okay, cool. Take it easy, Fearful Milk. Have a good weekend. Get some good rest. Let us know when you're available and I'll send you the link in the future. So, so I went to Home Depot. I started pricing all the, let me get out my picture that I'm going to be working on. See if I can find where the heck it's at. Oh my gosh, I don't know where it's at. Oh, heck. Oh, jeez. Once again, unprepared. So sorry, guys. I don't know. Ah, there it is. I put it up high where cats and dogs won't get to it. All right. It's back to the story. So I went to Home Depot and I was doing pricing on, lumber and so forth in order to.
And you're making the story longer than it needs to be.
I'm gonna make it quick. And one of the things I was gonna do instead of drywall was just put plywood up. And they had the cheapest plywood was like $7.53 a sheet, and I only needed maybe 6, so I could do everything I wanted to do with that. So I knew my price range. Well, I went by today. All that cheap stuff is gone, and all they have is the expensive stuff. And the reason why I wasn't going to do drywall is because drywall was like $11 a sheet, but the only plywood they have right now is the $16 a sheet. So it's like, figures. Thank you, Hurricane Dorian. So.
Seriously, that's your.
Yeah, I know. Hey, I have issues. Well, that's my issue today. But other than that, everything went very well. I actually made a video that I will share with you guys later this evening of the give you guys a look at the new store. And all right, who's here? Todd, what's up, Todd?
What's up, brothers?
So glad to have you here, my friend.
Yeah, man. How are you?
I am fantastic. I was just telling everybody about my wonderful day.
Oh, are you being sarcastic?
No. Had a really good day. What's up, Mr. Kodiak?
And he babbled about something about drywall or plywood. I
don't know.
I was doing price comparison for the store, the new store, some lumber supplies. And because of the hurricane, all the cheap plywood is gone. And all they have is the expensive stuff. And so it's kind of going to blow my budget. So my wife said, can you wait till Monday and let them restock? And I said, I want to start doing it right now. But I'm going to be patient. Actually, I may go get a few pieces tomorrow. Oh, well, that's just how it goes. But I got to get started. There's a lot of stuff that needs to be done. And
I blame the environment.
You blame the environment? Yeah.
I
well.
blame Trump.
Oh, good God. All right.
There you go. You've just been banned from YouTube. Congratulations.
Oh, thanks a lot. Did it again to me.
That's how you get famous on YouTube. That's allowed.
Oh, blaming everything on Trump?
Yeah.
Oh,
Anyway.
where is my...
Orange man bad.
I can't find anything right now. Oh, well. All the people out there who are going to be watching this now or in the future, this is not a political show. We don't talk politics here. We really don't.
I do all the time.
Yeah, that's why we kick them all the time.
All the time.
I don't think I've ever kicked you, have I?
Do it. Do it.
I've kicked Andrew off of my show.
Oh, he has, and he did it gloriously too.
Really?
I've kicked him a couple of times.
Yeah.
That's hilarious.
Avery's politics are when not to give a stripper $2 bills as a tip.
Never pay more than $20 for a lap dance.
Yeah. I screwed that up, dude. I feel like crap today, man.
Kodiak,
Yay.
Kodiak, did you see what I got for you?
No, I didn't.
You didn't check your Twitter? Well, then don't check it. Don't check it now because I sent you a Twitter image. But I got something for you.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, I got something for you too.
Is it Bob's?
There's actually...
It's Andrew's Bob's.
No. Can you see the
Does
screen?
it still count?
Fuzzy. Oh.
This is the 6th variant, but this is all they had left. You asked me to look out for it.
I had given up on it, bro. Oh, wow.
It came out this week, and he sold out of them. And for a $7.99 book, I was like, dang. But
yeah, McFarlane's really been pushing this book, dude.
Yeah.
This is the black and white Capullo
He's been
cover.
doing it right, too.
Yeah.
He's not been doing it stupidly.
What I found interesting, hey, Mike, come here real quick. You got a bag. You got a bag in the mail.
That's so gorgeous.
More toys from, But yeah, there's
I wonder if I should go try to pick one of these up.
maybe. J. Scott Campbell did some work. Jerome Opena did some work. Jason Sean Alexander, Greg Capullo, and Todd McFarlane. But the character, there's a new character, I believe it's a new character that gets introduced in this book, which it's one of these things that is utterly and completely predictable. But if this is the first appearance of this character, it might be a good issue to have. But check out the splash page. This is Campbell, J. Scott Campbell.
Wow.
These are all the characters we remember,
Yeah.
From like
when
the
it
first
started.
5 issues, yeah.
But this is the new character that I'm not sure. It's the She Spawn.
No, She-Spawn's been there.
Yeah.
She has? Oh, okay. I've never seen her before, so
Yeah,
She
like-
looking rad there, though, boy.
she looks absolutely rad. Check out
Yeah, J. Scott Campbell's dope, dude.
she's got the bike in the background. This is a fantastic character. I'd love to draw her. Maybe it's the red
What
hair.
did
I don't know.
Capullo drew? Oh, he just did covers or what?
No. He did
The first chapter.
He did the first chapter. He did.
Okay, that's a good move.
How many pages?
It's big. It's thick.
No. How many pages did Capullo do?
I don't know. He
You
did
didn't count?
chapter 1. No, and I'm not going to.
God, you douche.
I'm not
That's
going to.
amazing.
But this is set aside for you. So when I see you, whenever that is, it's yours.
you know why I almost didn't show up?
I may charge you $20, but it's yours. I won't do that to you. I give you an I know you did.
You know why I almost didn't show up?
Why
Because
did
you
you
realized what the show actually is.
No, I thought it was Saturday all day long until Misfit went live, and I got a notification, and I'm like, "What the?"
Well, then that's a good thing because tomorrow you get to relive Saturday all over again.
Yeah, Saturdays suck around here.
Oh, really?
You're trapped at home with no vehicle. Yeah.
And a bunch of youngins.
And a bunch of youngins. And not only that, youngins that were supposed to be at school but haven't been at school for 2 weeks because of a storm that never showed up. No.
Hey, it did show up.
Yeah.
It just greatly reduced by the time it got here and stayed way off coast.
Well, for us, he was the drizzle known as Dorian. Because that's
Yeah,
all we got.
drizzle.
But no, that's just it. Is you guys are further inland. You're closer to the beach. For me, every time I would see this giant swell coming my way, Dorian would pull it back in. We were so dry. And then today was almost 100 degrees. We had literally no rain out here in Oakleaf. It kept pulling it back to you guys. So, because I was going to use the rain to refill my pond and get my
And
fish
you didn't
back
get
out.
any of it, did you?
I didn't get none. So
it was like kind of drizzly and rainy and windy all day today. It was totally from Dorian.
yeah.
Well, South Carolina's getting the crap beat out of it, and the Bahamas got the crap beat out of them. So
The Bahamas isn't there anymore.
well,
Yeah, they got wiped out, dude.
Yeah. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
The Carolinas are getting beat up a little bit, but the Bahamas.
Yeah, theirs mostly is from they're because they never recovered from the last one.
Oh.
That's where they're getting hit hard because it's.
Be back in a minute.
Okay. But yeah, my daughter was doing that whole God, we didn't get a hurricane, blah blah blah, and I'm like, Tara, you got to show her the pictures of she's old enough to know. You got to show her the Bahamas. Yeah. So, yeah, all of a sudden she's like, now she's gone from that. It's like, did we do good parenting or bad? Because now she's having nightmares of hurricanes.
Good.
oh jeez.
Good.
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah.
Well,
That'll learn you.
Yeah.
She's learned the importance of living in Florida,
Yeah.
and one of the things my boss's boss we spent pretty much from Friday all the way through till yesterday in disaster preparation mode, working on getting people into hotel rooms and having them work out of conference rooms at hotel rooms in case they lost power at home and all this other stuff. And my boss's boss, he was there organizing a lot of it. And he said at the end, he said, listen, this was a success in the fact that, yes, it was a very expensive preparation to show us how to do it. And there were so many little things that we found, that little mistakes, little things we should do differently and so forth. So if a hurricane ever comes again, we're better prepared for it, And this is the kind of thing that teaches kids to be better prepared, is when it's coming. So
I'm getting real interested in the Sahara because they're starting to discover a whole bunch of things are starting to pop up to show that it was basically a jungle, and a whole bunch of like new pyramids, all kinds of way fascinating things that isn't getting reported on, but that's not the point. But being fascinated with the Sahara lately, I found out that the Sahara directly slowed down our hurricane and delayed our hurricane season this year. And I'm like, I don't know how, I don't know the details, but I thought that was the Sahara affects our global temperature like a beast. And the fact that they think every 10,000 years it turns back into a jungle is really kind of like, you'd wish those people who are pushing for money for global warming would do some research on that. And you're like, does that have any basis on anything, But yeah, the Sahara, something about the Sahara this year delayed our hurricane season.
I've never heard that, but
yeah.
I did know they've known the Sahara used to be a jungle years ago.
Yeah.
They've known that for a long time.
Well, there's a reason why our coast of the United States is curved that way. It's because storms over thousands and thousands and thousands of years have affected, like the Gulf of Mexico is the same way. Our country is shaped not because, God said this is what I want it to look like, but because storms and stuff like that have shaped the world,
Blasphemer.
I know.
Well, they've found maps with Atlantis marked on them from Egypt and whatever. And they even found an area that most scientists, anybody who goes there believes, this was most likely Atlantis. And it wasn't, like everything. It's not what the science books, the sci-fi made it out to be, but it is there. And there's a perfect science explanation on how it got wiped out. But it would have been connected to that whole road of the Sahara. It's basically the other end on the other side. It's on the Atlantic. It's close to the Atlantic, but it's inland. It wouldn't have been the Atlantic that took it out. It would have been the whatever the ocean that is connected to Italy.
I'm stepping away for just a second, guys. I'll be right back.
All right. It's fascinating stuff. And yeah, there's been a lot of people going, it's been a jungle for a while. But now with like Google Maps, there's like this renewed love for it because you can do a lot. Just me and you can go and look and see all the fossilized lake beds, if you will, or prehistoric lake beds, just from having Google Maps, So, but now there's a new. Well, it's. I mean, new. It's that thing about it was probably out in 1996 or whatever, but we keep going. Hey, the 90s was yesterday. But it's that laser thing where they fly over and they find out what's under the sand without even having to dig. So there's a lot of fascinating stuff there. But what's even more fascinating is the big news sources aren't reporting on it as much as they used to.
No, because it's about advertising. It's about clicks. It's not about informing you.
Yeah.
It's not. It does. If it doesn't scare people,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Control. Yeah.
It's not as important to them. A lot of these newscasters, they did a great job reporting on this hurricane, but they just sat around saying, we got to play this up. We got to keep people interested, got to keep them watching. There was actually, I forget what day it was. No, it wasn't today. It was the day before. We had one of the screens in our control room, was watching the Weather Channel, and this guy's reporting from, it was one of the Carolinas or whatever, and he was out there reporting, it was Florida. It had to be Florida because it was a palm tree. Literally fell down right in front of him, and it's almost like you didn't see the palm tree off screen. You just saw it fall, and he was like 1.5 feet away from it. My thought was, I wonder if one of the camera guys like pushed it because it was swaying or something,
right,
in order to meet people. Because I told my boss, I said, that guy could have been YouTube famous.
Well,
if it actually
like
had hit him.
the guy with the stop sign that got slapped in the face by a hurricane.
Yes. We know that has happened before. So, but I watched as it happened. It was kind of like, oh crap, dude.
Yeah, but they've killed the History Channel. If it even exists, it's like MTV. It doesn't even have history.
Oh, it became the Mythospiracy Channel, dude, where all their shows were about myths or conspiracies. It's like, tell me something about something happened.
Exactly.
At least our current working theory.
Yeah. My wife used to ask me why I didn't like alien shows on that channel, and I'm like, it's not that I don't like Alien, because she's big into aliens. I'm like, I don't like the conspiracy and the I liked it at first because it was cool. It was like
it was funny at first.
Yeah.
Then it's like, oh my god, how many shows are they going to do with this dude?
Yeah.
The guy with his hair all sticking up.
Oh yeah.
Who thinks everything is freaking aliens?
Yeah.
Like, this was entertaining to start with.
Yeah.
I don't believe it, but it's entertaining. But now it's like everything's like or myths and conspiracies. All. No.
It's true.
And I never really watched the History Channel, but wasn't that show Vikings on the History Channel?
I don't know.
Okay. Well, it's a good show.
I think so. I think it still is. Whatever. I think Vikings is still running, but I don't know which show it is.
Yeah, I like that. I like that show. I've seen it on DVD.
One of my favorite books that I ever found was all because of a reenactment show on History Channel. It's called Skeletons of the Sahara, and it's an old story, but it's a true story. Just real quick about a captain and his crew that gets captured on the Sahara, and they get sold into slavery. It's a book so old that Abraham Lincoln quoted it. It's been redone or whatever, but that's the kind of stuff you found on History Channel, a reenactment of that, which I was so fascinated by that. And then I couldn't download it or find it, so I went ahead and went and bought the book and read the book, and that was fascinating too, But now
it's good when even if you watch something that you're not familiar with it, but if it gets you to look into it further, like I was watching the most recent season of Mindhunters, And they got to the point where they're getting ready to catch the bad guy, or they identify the bad guy, and I'm like, I've never heard of this guy. I don't know who this is. So I actually started to do some research to find out exactly, who he was and what he did and where he is now, that kind of thing. And I was just fascinated with the level of stupidity that the people that were in charge, the guy was never tried for the murders of the kids that he did. He was tried for the murder of the 2 adults he killed, but because once he was convicted of those, they said, okay, that's it. And they left it at that. And technically these 20 plus kids, their murders have never been solved.
Was he sentenced to death?
No, he's still alive. He's still in prison. But the families never got justice. Of all those kids, never got justice.
Well, they're afraid of parents like me who would unscrew a pin and stick it through his neck. I would get to that fucker. I would get to him.
Well,
in the courthouse, I don't even care. I would like, and I always think about how I would do it too. I'd stick the pin nib in cat shit, before I got to work. Yeah, I would stab him with a pin nib that had cat poop all over it. It's like I'm
what
not
exactly would that do?
Oh, bro, cat crap is some of the most toxic stuff.
Really?
So even if he's gonna have infections in jail for his first. Oh yeah, fuck him up. Infections in his neck, which is where I'm going for. Because if I could take him out, I would.
Have you seen the video that one guy that leapt over the table to go after? I was like, whoa, crap.
And he almost got to him too. He got him a few pieces too.
He did.
No, that guy's my hero.
Yeah, that was.
There's several of them, and it's still a law that you still get to face that person, and they get to, and it's their right to face you as well. So they can't do away. Was like, oh, I guess they could put a sheet of glass in between you, but.
Yeah, I think if somebody did something that heinous, I'd find a way,
Yeah.
I'd commit a crime and get into the jail with him, that type of thing. I wonder if there's a story out there about that. Because I could easily see that happening,
I just read the stupidest Batman story.
Uh-oh. Avery's laughing. Did I make a funny, Avery?
Yes, you doing anything.
Oh.
That brings up that Shadow of the Bat is written well. It's drawn well, but the whole first couple episodes that I remember, even as a kid, I remember going, how are they not taking off his mask? He commits a crime so that he's committed to Arkham so that he can, research, but they never take off Batman's mask at all or his costume. He's even wearing his belt, it's like
what episode are you talking about?
It's the Shadow of the Bat series comic book. In the first 5 issues, he gets himself committed, and Gordon helps him get committed to Arkham because Zaz is breaking out somehow and committing murders.
Okay.
So he gets himself committed so that he can figure out how it's happening, and it has a guy named Arkham. I don't remember if he's I think he's like a son or grandson of the original Arkham guy, and he's not a good guy.
I think I remember that part, but I don't remember the.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't remember the story. It was so long ago.
Yeah.
I mean, great art, and you still can kind of fall into it. Like, all they needed to do was say, don't remove his mask or he might go mad or something like that. Wait until I don't want to remove his mask just yet, some craziness. I think they did that in Batman Beyond. They're like, don't remove his mask until, I don't know. But yeah. It just was crazy to see all this. I mean, all of it was good story. All of it was good artwork. And then but the whole thing, you're sitting there going, a little part of you is going, but he's still in his Batman costume.
Well, if Gordon was helping him, he probably told him, or he had some influence over that.
Yeah. Well, I mean, the whole reason he gets committed to Arkham, and he finds out like the dude is practically torturing the Arkham people. So the guy has total control over Arkham, little secret tunnels down in the basement where he tortures his people, you know, and he even tortures Batman. So if the guy wanted his mask off, he'd have took it. You know?
Yeah. Well, you know, some of the thing about the villains in the Batman universe is a lot of them don't care who's underneath the cowl anymore. You know, it's about beating Batman. They don't care who's underneath there. I mean, I know in the comics early on, it was a lot of, you know, them trying to figure out who it is and so forth. But to be honest, if you're a maniacal, crazy ass bad guy, your goal is to kill or beat the Batman, not figure out who he is. That doesn't matter. You know, I think in a lot of things, who Batman is during the day when he's not Batman makes no difference whatsoever to them. You know,
did Joker kill one of his henchmen for reaching for the mask to pull it off or something like that?
I've seen stuff like that before, where the Joker has said, "No, absolutely not.
You take away my fun." You know, it's like
that's right. That's right.
It's like my makeup don't wash off, neither does his.
No, dude, that's probably a line they've used.
Are you gonna go see the Joker movie?
I don't know. That honestly, that doesn't look like anything up my alley at all. I mean,
but he'll buy it. He'll buy it in steel bookcase when it goes.
Oh, hell yeah, I'll buy it in steel bookcase. But it looks like an art film to me, you know. And I just
Andrew only wants like the crappiest fluff.
Yeah. I don't want just that. But I'm okay with that, you know.
No, that's all you want.
Andrew wants a fluffer. I don't know. I'm sorry.
Zodiac, I haven't told you yet what I want for that Spawn comic. So.
Oh dear Lord.
Kodiak.
And I ran so far away. Although
you ran right into my arms. I know it.
Yep.
Oh God.
I wanted to ask something, but I was waiting for Todd to come back to get everyone's opinion. You know, it's like, but he's not coming back.
He'll be back eventually.
He better not bring a dirty diaper with him.
Nah, he's already done that joke. So.
Yeah, Todd doesn't repeat jokes a lot.
Whereas me, I'm still repeating the same jokes from 2 years ago.
Oh, Andrew will beat that joke to death.
Oh, I will beat it till it calls me daddy.
So I don't know if either one of you had ever read the Stephen King's On Writing.
No.
Where he basically there's a lot of stuff he openly mentions that he learned from other places, which is good, right? But so I don't know if this is his or something, but it's a well-known fact that the old school monster movies, you didn't get the monsters. And so you got glimpses of them throughout the movie, and then at the end you got to see them. You got to go whoa, and so much so that you would, well, that was before VCRs, but you'd go back to watch the movie just to wait and anticipate that last final scene where the baddie came out.
Yep.
Dracula was supposed. I've never seen it, but it's supposedly one. Wolfman. One from our generation is Predator. I know it's a monster flick, but it's not considered a horror, but that's okay.
It's more sci-fi monster, yeah.
Right, but if you think about it, it's by accident. If you know the story of what was happening, how they didn't get the suit until they were done filming.
Right.
But
we've talked about that before, so.
Right. So Todd McFarlane wants to do Spawn that way. And I kind of was scrolling to like it, but he's let even the actors, because he went and got Jamie Foxx, has talked him out of it. It's like, no, it's going to be a superhero film. It's got to be a superhero film. Whereas I agree with them, it's got to be Spawn, but it sounds like he's letting them talk him out of his instinct, and it might be people don't know what they want until they see it sometimes. Right?
Yeah. Well, guys, you got to remember, Todd McFarlane is not a director. He's not a movie producer. He's not somebody who's been doing it all of his life. He has a dream, maybe, and he has an idea, but you remember Frank Miller's The Spirit?
Oh yeah, I never seen it.
That was when they let a comic book artist or a comic book writer and artist direct a movie, and it was freaking horrible.
Yeah.
And
he butchered Will Eisner's Spirit.
He did.
Oh, yeah,
he did.
I didn't even see it, and I knew I didn't want to watch it.
It
looked more like 300 than it did Spirit.
Oh no, it was worse.
Oh,
it was worse. Yeah, I waited to see it on. I didn't see it in the theater. Todd actually, I think, saw it in the theater, and he had told me. He said there are parts of the movie in which he took comic book tricks of the trade, you might say, and used them in the movie, and it just doesn't work in the movie. Like, for example, there was like one scene where somebody gets beheaded or something, but the camera is focused on the guy, and then it moves up to the person doing it. So all you see is them going like this, and you hear the noise and so forth, but you don't see the action. That's something they do in comics. But in a movie, it's like, what the hell just happened? What did he do? You know? And it did not work. And there was a lot more about that movie that didn't work. I mean, you had a fantastic cast. I mean, you had Samuel L. Jackson. You had all those actresses that were, you know, the prime of their careers. It should have been a blockbuster movie, and it wasn't. So,
well, didn't Todd want a director and couldn't find it that shared his vision?
You mean Frank?
No, Todd. I'm talking kind of bringing it back around.
Oh, I haven't really paid very much attention to the Todd McFarlane thing. So.
He did originally want a different director, but you're right.
If he's paying for it to be produced,
yeah,
he could pick the director. But if he's letting a studio do it, you know, they're going to tell him, "Hey, we know what we're doing," you know.
But they don't know what they're doing. But
no.
Well, somebody out there is telling them, "We know what we're doing. Trust us."
No, but he was going to finance it himself, and he was going to do it like a horror movie. And you weren't really going to see Spawn that much. You weren't really going to get a really good look at him.
I was worried the way he was talking, you wasn't going to see him the whole movie. It's all going to be shadows and stuff like that. So,
yeah, that didn't work.
My idea was just to have the big unveil in the last 30 minutes or the last act of the movie, you know, and throughout the movie have, you know, a little more, you know, and one thing I did like he wanted to do was practical effects, you know, and
I could see that for like the devil character Mabolga or whatever his name was. I don't remember. Mabolga. Yeah, I could see that for him, but not for Spawn. Like Zach says, you know, if you're the title character, you got to be front and center and doing crazy awesome stuff. You know? And
I don't know. Predator 2 followed the same formula as Predator 1, and it was.
Oh, but you saw a lot.
I love it. I love Predator 2, but for other people, it's just okay. But ever since they've tried to put Predator front and center, and it doesn't work the same way as the Stalker and the Shadows, you know. And
you see him too much.
Yeah.
Well, I like seeing him because I think he's cool looking. So.
But you're wrong.
I'm always wrong. My wife's laughing. She thought that was funny. She knows that's the truth.
I think somebody just needs to meet him in the middle because he's not Spider-Man. He's Spawn. But he's also not the Predator. He's not the monster either. I get the idea though, and I'm like, somebody needs to play with that idea because it's with Spawn, he's just about the only superhero you could probably get with the right person writing that script. That might be freaking awesome, you know?
Yeah, but you know what? Somebody is going to come to Todd and say, hey, listen, movies make a lot of money. I know you're thinking about making a horror movie, but that's not what we need to do. If we want to make money, we need to make it a superhero movie.
That's exactly what he announced on his last thing.
Oh, there you go.
He said even Jamie Foxx was like, but I signed on to do a superhero movie. And it's like, then you signed on to the wrong damn movie. I mean, I get Spawn went too far. It should have had a beginning, middle, and end, and we just kind of lost track of it. But Spawn was awesome for the first, I don't know,
10 issues.
No, longer than that. But,
The HBO show was dope.
Yeah.
You know what? You didn't see a lot of Spawn in the show. He was in shadow a lot.
Yeah.
In the HBO show?
Gotta watch that again.
It was friggin' awesome, dude. And it's got that one guy. Can't remember his name right now. But he was in like some of the Riddick, like one of the Riddick movies. He was the Arbiter in Halo 2.
Yeah.
I have no idea who you're talking about.
He's got the deep. He's got the voice.
What's his name? Crap.
God,
he's in a ton. He's in a ton of movies, dude.
Yeah, I forgot about that. So I downloaded, like, my kid had just watched the anime Blade, the Blade anime, which was bloody, and he loved Blade. I'm like, you'll love Spawn. And I put on Spawn, I downloaded it and put it on, and I forgot about that beginning scene. I don't know if it's in the first or second episode, but it's basically with a bad guy, the fat bad guy is doing it doggy style with a girl. And I'm like, oops, whoops.
Bad parenting.
Yep.
Bad parenting, yep.
Yeah. It's like, oops. Oops, son. You saw that, right, though?
Saw that, right? That's how we made you.
Yeah, exactly.
Really mess them up. Be like, I did that to your mom.
Yeah. Well, my oldest son already knows he was conceived on a tractor, so.
Oh.
Hey, you opened the worms.
Thanks, my tractor's sexy. It really turns me on.
Oh, well.
No, that's not it.
Todd's unmuted, so he just come back to hear all that. Or is he?
Boo.
I think we killed him.
Yeah. Hey, Todd.
Hi, what's up?
I don't know. Andrew was singing, incorrectly singing, She Thinks My Tractor is Sexy.
I don't understand what that's. I've never heard that song, so I don't know what the deal is.
You're so lucky.
She thinks my tractor's sexy.
Andrew, shut up.
It really turns her on.
Andrew.
Yep.
What's? You know what? I'm not going to say it because this is a family show.
It's awful.
I don't want to say something that could be funny, but you'd have to delete.
Dude, I just described the scene in Spawn, which was pretty close to NC-17 rated.
Mm-hmm. Andrew made it worse.
Yeah.
How did I make it worse?
You sing the tractor song.
I'm dodging the bullet here on this one just because you sung that tractor song.
Yeah.
I just like the fact that there's something called the tractor song.
And it's old and out of date, and Andrew's still singing it.
No.
And it's not even it's not like it's a classic country song. It's one of these like early 2000 garbage pop ones.
Yeah.
It was Kenny Chesney. My daughter liked Kenny Chesney for a little bit.
That doesn't make it okay, Andrew.
Yeah, well, like I said, I had to know what my kids were into, so I had to listen to all that stuff.
Andrew, don't lie, Mr. One Direction.
Yeah.
It was because of her that I listened to One Direction.
I don't believe you.
I was very excited.
But he wears the T-shirt every night to bed.
I do not have a One Direction T-shirt.
You totally do.
The plushies lining your bed sheets.
He just has One Direction soap.
I do not know any of the guys. I do not know any of the guys on that group's names.
Harry Styles.
See, he knows more than I do.
Oh, Andrew, please. You can sing the songs like verbatim.
Just a couple. They're the ones I like.
Just a couple.
Just the 200 or 300 he really likes.
You don't know how beautiful.
Stop. Why are you so awful sometimes?
Yeah, because it's just natural. All right.
Are you kidding? Right. Andrew wrote their whole last album.
Actually, I didn't even get their last album. I got very excited that it was coming out, and I even told my daughter about it, and we just never picked it up because we found out they broke up afterwards, and it's like, you know, we'll just enjoy the music that we like. All right. You guys want to check out some comics?
No.
Let's check out some comics so that we don't have to, sing songs to you anymore.
I like it when you check out comics better than when you do anything else.
Well, I do have something very exciting to show you guys. I'm so thrilled.
I don't want to... Okay, well...
You guys ready? I'll show you what I'm really excited about.
When you've had a bad day, you can always count on Andrew to just make it a little bit worse.
You guys ready? It's exciting. New Lego minifigs, Series 19. I'm so excited.
Way too many of those.
Trash.
Not enough. I got to get more. I've got 10 packs, and it's a set of 16. So I've got to see if I can complete a set, and then anything that gets duplicated goes into the store.
What? You collect them?
Yes, we have complete sets of everything. All the sets that we collected, we have a complete set of all of them. All right, hold on a second. Let me grab the comics so I can share with you guys my comics. Oops. I'm going to spotlight me, and we can do comics. All right.
Neat.
Oh, yes.
I like that one.
Now I have a set of the Shadow, the Crazy Uncle Bill shadows in the store right now.
Those are really, I might have to pick those
but
up.
I'm now working on completing another set. So
yeah, that's a good book.
We have the Shadow. This is from 1987.
Yeah,
this is number 2. It's a fantastic cover.
Yeah.
I would love to do a whole comic in the style of Crazy Uncle Bill, I think that'd be fantastic.
I'd love to see you do a drawing in that stuff. I mean, I'm being serious. I think like a more realistic face. I haven't seen you draw a more realistic character in a long time.
Well, you never know. I might give it a shot.
Over a decade.
At least.
We got a Green Arrow issue. This is issue number 46.
Wait. Go back to the Shadow and just flip open. You got to open it just a little bit. I haven't seen that book in years, dude.
I already read the issue. It's okay. It's good.
How about you?
Yeah, I know.
No, it to Andrew. Yeah,
See, I love these close-up faces right here. Gorgeous.
Yeah, so dope.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to see if I can.
The craziness.
I might need to pick those up.
There's Bob's in here. Roar, the Shadow jumping out of the body
Was that
bag.
before New Mutants?
What's that?
Was that before New Mutants? After?
It had to be after. They had to be around the movie.
Yeah, because that format, that's a much better printing format.
Yeah. This is
paper and the cover.
Yeah.
This was $1.50 back in 1987. So this is the better quality paper.
Wait, that's 87?
Yeah.
No way! Oh wow, I didn't know. Okay, because that line, the look of it just threw me off.
All right, now we're gonna move on.
Sure that was 90s.
We got a Green Arrow issue here with a James Jean cover, who I think is fantastic. The interior art is by what's his name? Fowler. Tom Fowler, who's a pretty great artist.
By Tess Fowler?
No, not Tess Fowler. Tom Fowler.
Is there a difference?
Yes.
Are you sure?
Yes, absolutely.
Are you assuming?
No. Oh, I hope not. Oh, goodness gracious, I hope not. D says Misfit Corner Comics, the After Hurricane show. Yes, that's right. After the drizzle that we got. A lot of the stuff that I got this time is more modern comics. That's for some reason was in the bin, so I picked them up just to check them out. Mm-hmm. This is Superior Foes of Spider-Man number 3. This is it's Steve Lieber art, but it's not really good Steve Lieber art.
He used to be really good.
Yeah, I know, but this is like I need a paycheck. Let me just throw together some stuff type of art.
Yeah.
Check this out. This is Eternal Warrior number 2 from the early Valiant days. This is part of the Unity crossover. This is a Walter Simonson cover. This is part of a 8-piece set of Walter Simonson covers.
I remember that.
I did too, and I'm looking for all these. I'm pretty sure I have the Archer and Armstrong and a couple others, but I'm trying to put together a set. We have an issue of Avengers versus the X-Men. This one's got Lionel Yu doing Hawkeye and Angel, and Tom Rainey doing Black Panther and Storm. So, some cool artists.
Weren't Black Panther and Storm married for a while?
Yes. And this is after the fact. After they got a divorce, because they're fighting over they're fighting, and she punches him directly in the face. That's good. So, I want to get this series. This is Aliens vs. Predator. This is the first series. This is issue number 2. It's a little beat up, but it's a really great story. And if you've never read this,
Dark Horse really upped the bar on art back in those days.
Well, I have the trade of this, or I've had the trade in the past, and in the back of it there was an article where it was like an essay where they were talking about how all the main players at Dark Horse got together for like a summit or a seminar or whatever, and they were trying to come up with a new idea, and guys were throwing out versus ideas, and it was like some really stupid ones, and then somebody said Aliens versus Predator, and the whole room went quiet. And they were like, "Oh my god, that sounds awesome!"
Yeah, that's a classic cover.
Yeah. Well, the artist, the other thing, Phil Norwood was doing the pencil. He did the pencil for the first issue, or he did the 0 issue, which was actually printed in Dark Horse Comics. And he did the first and second issue, and then I forgot what's his name. There's another famous artist came and finished the series. But the reason why Phil Norwood couldn't finish the series is because he was asked to do storyboards for Terminator 2.
Oh, cool.
So he left this job to go work on Terminator 2.
Wow.
Hey, Andrew, let me see that Avengers versus X-Men cover. Does it have the AVR or AR in the corner?
Nope.
I think if you open it up, flip to some of those pages and see if there's an AR logo on any of those pages. Because if it did, then I've got stuff in there.
Oh, really?
Cool.
We did a lot of the AVX, and I can't remember. I mean, it was so much that I can't remember like what issues or what. That doesn't look like it hasn't. Must have been like right after.
Wouldn't have been credited on the.
No. It was like
there's usually like a logo with the corner somewhere.
Yeah, it was a logo, and then you put your phone and use an app, and it actually was and the animation would pop up on the cover.
Yeah.
Real quick about those Alien versus Predator is that just felt like a natural thing. They felt like two characters would exist in the same thing. And after the movies came out, I didn't like that everybody threw them in a monster mashup. They're like, oh, I dislike these monster mashup, like Freddy versus Krueger. I mean, Freddy versus Jason.
Yeah.
And Dracula versus Wolfenstein and Alien versus Predator. I'm like, whoa, wait a minute.
Well, actually, Jason versus Freddy, the movie was actually pretty funny.
Yeah. Well, no, but it's still a monster mashup. But I don't feel like Alien versus Predator was, and the movie sucked so bad they kind of just like, oh, we won't do that again, and deleted the whole thing. And I'm like, no, it worked.
Yeah,
that was a good book though. That Aliens versus Predator series was freaking awesome.
Yeah, exactly. It worked. Everything about it did. But
I also picked up issues 2 and 3 of Glitter Bomb. This is a series from Image Comics. This is rather.
I don't know that.
It's definitely a horror book. I mean, it's like an alien. This chick has like this alien parasite in it, and so I have some guys that come to the store that like horror comics, so these might be right up their alley. We got a Guardians 3000, but it's got a Sandoval on art. I know his stuff is like extreme, like this.
Mm-hmm.
But I like it. I just like it a lot. It reminds me very much of the 90s.
Is that a new book? Because I haven't seen a style like that in a while. Everyone's just basically like tracing
2015.
Let me see the cover. Really? I'm going to look that up. What is that?
It's
Guardians
This is
3000.
This is number
issue-
5. Number 5.
I bet you lost a job after this because 2015 is when they started really eradicating anybody that had a voice like that.
Well, this guy, I've seen his art on a lot of different projects. I haven't seen him lately, but he's got a very, Joe Madura type style.
Remember, even Malin was still working in 15, so.
Yeah. All right, check this out.
Pentel's good, man.
All right, check this out. This is Punisher Warzone number 26. This cover is absolutely horrific. I mean, it's just bad. But guess who did the interior art? John Buscema.
Really?
Yeah. And it's great Buscema stuff.
Oh, you got to keep that for me, buddy.
And I'm like looking at it going, why didn't they let John do the cover?
I don't. Probably guys didn't have the budget.
It's just horrible. Okay.
Keep that for me.
This is okay. I'll put it aside for you. This is a Fantastic Four number 28. It's early Walter
That's been
Simonson.
called an X Factor. That's not what Fantastic Four is. Literally not in the title.
Did I say Fantastic Four? I am so glad you guys are here to correct me. This is X Factor number 28.
Fantastic Four. There's like literally.
There's nothing with Fantastic Four in it. Yes. All right. Captain Britain, number 10.
Captain.
Nice.
This is a Steve Rogers Captain America. This is like right after the Captain America's a Hydra agent. So I never read any of those issues. Yeah, they killed him. They replaced him with another version of Captain America. This is Jack of Fables. This is from the Vertigo line Fables. It's actually I've enjoyed a lot of these issues, and I don't remember having this one, so I picked it up. It's a fantastic
never
Brian
read
Boland
Fables,
covers.
and I've heard nothing but good things about it.
You've never read Fables?
I've never read Fables.
Oh my gosh, you're just okay. Here's an issue of the All New Invaders with Stephen Pugh on art. His art is actually really good. And it's like, I look at some of this and I'm like, why isn't this guy doing more,
Again,
but I've seen him do...
Does he work for like Doritos or something? Because
you never know. Some guys will do that.
Yeah.
But I've seen some of his stuff. He's not prolific to where if you said his name out loud, people would go, oh yeah, I remember him. But I've seen some of his work and it's pretty fantastic.
It probably has something to do with the fact that the currency conversion ratio for wherever he lives isn't 100 to 1.
Here's an issue of the Uncanny Inhumans with McNiven on art. I know he did like the first 3, maybe 4 issues.
Which this is this is before his new thing is the Barry Windsor Smith stuff, right? Yes,
this is before that.
Yeah, I mean I like don't get me wrong, I like the Barry Windsor Smith stuff, but I can't help but be like, oh, it's the Barry Windsor Smith stuff.
Yeah, this is an issue of Red Hood and the Outlaws. This is right after Rebirth, so I have a lot of these issues in the store. And
they didn't start getting the actual final. Bendis is coming. They didn't get the kill switch engaged until after 2015, where they was gonna just obliterate everybody who had talent.
Yeah,
I like it. It's like this guy has talent. Oh, he's gotta go.
Exactly.
Yeah. We can't afford him.
This is an issue of Jupiter's Circle. This is the prequel to Jupiter's Legacy, I think it was, or whatever it was. I don't remember.
I want to read those. I heard those were really good.
It's Mike Millar on writing and Wilfredo Torres on art, so it's not Frank Quietly who did the cover. I like the issues with Frank Quietly much better. I mean, this is a very clean style, but Frank Quietly is above and beyond when it comes to art. He's an artist, and I'd rather see the issues by him. This is issue 2 of Secret Empire. This was the limited series that came out. This was their big event a few years ago. They put Andre Sorrentino on art. His art does. They've got a great Mark Brooks cover.
I don't know how other people feel about that Daredevil costume, but I love it.
Here's the thing that's very weird. You open it up and it's got the same cover on the inside.
Oh my God, that's amazing.
I know, but the guy who did the interior art, he's kind of like a Jay Lee type clone, and his start style doesn't work for a big superhero crossover book. A big action adventure crossover book. It's just not.
Yeah,
I don't know what this is.
It
but-
reads like a graphic novel of something else.
Yeah, it's.
I mean, I would love them for Scorpion's Tail, but not an action parks packed superhero book.
Tell me what the hell that is.
Man,
Bad poser.
Really bad pose.
yeah, that top
Ooh.
picture is a freaking light box, like a mug.
Yeah, that's just bad. All right, let's see what else we got here. We got Fantastic Four #3. This is from the Dan Slott, Sarah Pichelli run. This wasn't that long ago. When was this published? Need a freaking magnifying
Selling
glass.
a watch. Get the spider watch.
Oh no, this was 2019. So this is, guys, this was literally a few months ago.
Damn, and you got it in the 50-cent bin.
Shh, don't tell people that. But
Oh,
yeah.
that's after the relaunch. It just happened this year.
Yes, it is absolutely. And I read it. It's horrible. But okay, never mind. All right, this is X-Force #7.
Could
Ed
actually
Brisson.
use that for an extra.
I bought this for the cover because
Yeah,
I
that
think
cover's
Pepe
pretty
Larraz. I think Pepe Larraz is pretty awesome. The interior art, it's. This is somebody trying to be. Who's the guy that does Umbrella Academy?
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Pepe
mean,
Larraz is fantastic though. I think his work on House of X or House of X, whatever that Powers House, whatever it is fantastic.
House of M was
this
it?
is
No,
Domino.
House of X. It's a new thing now out now.
Oh, okay.
This is Domino with no boobs whatsoever. I mean, it's so weird. But I kind of like the art, but there's things about it I don't like as well. But oh well, it was an interesting read.
Was she just silhouetted? I mean, because they only show her twice.
No, she's all throughout this, and she. Oh, I love this double H splash. This is promoting House of X and Powers of X. Power of X.
That was at Comic-Con. The dude had that piece at Comic-Con.
Yeah, it's Mark Brooks. He's pretty awesome. I used to have an original by him, and I don't.
Garth Brooks.
Mark Brooks.
Oh.
This is an
Be
issue
careful,
of-
he'll start singing it.
This is a Star Wars Dr. Aphra #4. I got a lot of people that like the Star Wars comics, so they're always looking for some. So I'll try to ditch this onto some unsuspecting noob at some point. But we got the Amazing Spider-Man. This is from a few years ago. This is Straczynski on writing and Deodato Jr. on art. And
Who did
this
the
is-
cover? Because that looks.
Mike Deodato, yeah. But this has also got some pages, some fill-in pages with Mark Brooks as well. So, yeah, okay. Sinestro #19. Daredevil #42. This is one of the Alex Maleev issues.
Is that around the time that movie came out?
I think I have either the other issues in this storyline. I may see if I can put this together. We got Mira, Queen of Atlantis #4. This came out right after the Aquaman movie. I don't know if it's any good or not. I'll have to look through it. But we got a Marvel Adventures Fantastic Four, kid-friendly comic. I need to beef up my kid-friendly box because I had somebody come in right before the hurricane and said, "Hey, I'm looking for some comics to share with an 8-year-old." I'm like, "Well, here, I got a box just for him." So,
Did you give away Julia's comics?
no, not all of them, just a few.
Okay.
This is another Punisher War Zone. This is issue #21 with a new in cover after text. Really? Okay. But the interior. This is.
I remember that. I remember that. That one.
Is that Liam Sharp?
No. It's Hoang Nguyen.
Oh, okay. Okay.
He's very much a Jay Lee type wannabe.
Yeah.
But this is just over the top 90s stuff, you know.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
I take it in a heartbeat.
We got a
Gen 13. I knew you well. Before there was Pornhub, there was Gen 13.
This is Gary Frank art. So this is part of a storyline where Gary Frank did all the art. And I'm looking for more of those issues because, you know, it's Gary
I remember that book. She looked Rainfall or whatever. The girl with the short hair that was basically a Jubilee knockoff. What was her
Mhm.
name? She looks like an old lady in that, and whoever drew her.
Well, it's Gary Frank, so yeah,
Yeah, right there.
free fall. Yeah.
Free fall.
Night Thrasher #1. This is a really nice.
Oh wow, that's pretty nice.
Edition. This is Javier Solteres.
Your boy
He did
Zach's favorite character.
Yep, he did the covers as
Legitimately or sarcastically?
well. No. He loves
Zach
Night.
loves Night Thrasher.
Yeah.
Like, I always ask myself, why? Why?
It's all a matter of when you start picking up comics
This is
again.
true.
You know?
This is true.
Yeah.
I got another issue of the Superman World of New Krypton. This is #7. A couple other issues of Hammerlock. I picked up issues 7 and 8, so now I have issues 1, 7, and 8. So I'm looking for more of these. These are Chris Sprouse limited series, 9-issue series. House of Mystery. This is number 35. I had a regular customer came in and bought up pretty much all of my House of Mystery, so I'm always looking for new ones. But I told him one of the things that was really cool about this comic was that they would have fill-in artists do like a separate story within the story, and this one just happens to be Gene Ha. And Gene Ha is a pretty awesome artist, so I haven't actually flipped through to see what his story looks like, but let's see if we can get to it. Oh, yeah, here's the Gene Ha story. It looks pretty mundane, but then again. I got an issue of Lucifer. This is issue number 2. This is from one of the other relaunches, and it's got what's his name? Gabbert on art. Lee Gabbert. He currently does that Image series.
Hey, that lady looks familiar.
Somebody you know. But he's a pretty good artist. He's a pretty dang good artist. So
I just want to know why he's drawing Renfamous.
Oh.
All right, here, check this out. This is a Conan the King issue number 29 with a Kaluta cover, and guess who did the interior?
Kaluta?
I don't know if I have that one. I have some Conan the Kings, but
Mark Silvestri.
Really?
Yes, Mark Silvestri. And it's actually pretty good, Mark Silvestri, but there's a lot of panels where it's like close up of people's faces. So this is like a precursor to the Image comics, even though this was probably before his run on X-Men,
yes.
Oh yeah, totally different.
This is when he was trying to do a Buscema style.
I found a graphic novel from downloaded, but still from 83. Did not know he was even around, and it's both horrible but interesting. It's a Marvel graphic novel that was him on the interiors.
Oh yeah.
Remember how all those graphic novels kind of sucked from Marvel a little bit? They always had almost experimental art.
Yep.
Oh, what's that? That's cool.
This is issue 1 of a 6-issue limited series called Electric Warriors. Travel Foreman did the art. Zach reviewed this and actually liked it, even though he said this is one of those ones that it's a hard sell. Because nobody knows who any of the
Travel
characters
Foreman
are.
used to be really good. I haven't seen his artwork in a long time.
There's so much digital in here, but I mean that kind of goes with the theme of the story, I guess.
I thought it was Star Wars because that character kind of looks robbed off of Darth Revan.
Yeah, well, but it's a first issue. I figured I'd give it a shot, check it out. And this, I was looking for the publishing date because this is actually kind of recent, January 2019. So I mean, it's this year. So, but it's always nice to pick them up for inexpensive and share them with the public.
I got some I could share with you guys.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. No, nothing dirty.
It's not a baby diaper.
No. Well, I like to troll on some of the auction sites just because I get to see like black and white comic art and it's freaking beautiful.
Yeah.
Would you like to see some of the stuff that's coming up for auction soon?
Sure.
It could be fun, right?
Yeah, it'll take a little while to do that.
All right. So
the more you delay the Legos, the more
That's right. I don't want to see the Legos. All right. So first up.
Well, once you share your screen, we'll spotlight you.
I'm sharing.
Okay.
Tell me when you can see the screen.
Yep, we can see it.
All right. So this is Walter Simonson. Isn't that awesome?
Oh, cool. Yeah.
Very cool.
Look at
I
that.
always love when I get up close to these professionals and I see the same splotchy thing that I fought for years, thinking that they got it perfect and they don't, and I'm like, oh, it's so beautiful.
I know, right? It's so
Adds
awesome.
to the character of the page.
That's right, and it's signed too, which is great.
Yeah, that's from around the time of Inferno, isn't it?
Yeah, that is right. It's Simonson and Wyasek, X Factor 37, story page 7.
Didn't his wife invent Power Pack?
Maybe, yeah. Now check this out. Tell me, Avery and Andrew, you guys remember this guy?
Drew Hayes.
Oh, that's
of course.
No,
Rob Hayes.
Rob Hayes. Why did I say Drew
I
Hayes?
have no idea who that is.
No, you want to know? You want to know what he has?
That is clean as hell.
Yeah,
that is from Daredevil Ninja. It was a 3-issue limited series.
That's right.
And it had influence on Hero in the fact that if you read the series, he did 5 panel straight panels through the entire series. He did 2, 3, full page splashes, but the majority of the story was told in 5 panel pages.
Mm-hmm.
And Hero is 3 panel pages.
Isn't this great though?
I was influenced by this book for that.
Oh wow, that's cool.
So yeah.
Now,
Of course I know who that is. How much?
And
Wayne.
Rob Haynes, Daredevil Ninja number 3, group of 5 pages.
You're kidding me.
No.
A maximum bid right now is $16.
Yeah, it's don't I trust me. It's not gonna. Nothing matters until the actual day of the auction.
Right.
It's gonna be hundreds. But look at this.
Yeah, see that page right there where it's 5 panels. The majority of the book was done with 5 panels. All the pages that it was like story and not action.
Not use construction lines at all, or what?
He probably light boxed it.
Oh yeah.
It looks small. It doesn't look like it's 11 by 17 at all.
No, that looks almost like 8.5 by 11 pieces of paper.
Let me actually look. 7.75 by 12.
Yeah, 8.5 by 11. Yeah, just
8.5 by basically 8.5 by 11.
Wow.
Look how clean that is. Isn't that cool?
Yep.
Yeah, he probably had all the construction stuff on it.
And that's literally what the book looked like too. So.
Yeah, that's exactly what the book is great. He actually disappeared. Something happened. He was like really slow, and I remember there was like a story like he was slow, or editors got mad at him or something, or he got mad at the editors and just like said screw it, and that was never heard from again in comics. But he was clearly an animator, or was highly influenced by animation. So
yeah, I think he's one of those guys that does like advertising and design type
probably
stuff.
Yeah. This is Bengal, Death or Glory number 1, pages 9 and 10.
Oh wow, that's an awesome series.
I'm all about that.
Yeah, and it's great.
So
you're like, oh, okay, this is cool. Like page 9 is pretty nifty. Page 10, however, is freaking awesome. Look at that.
Damn it, I'd have to have both. See, the other one I received.
Well, they're being sold
They're
together.
sold together.
Yeah. Okay.
Look at that. Isn't that great?
Oh, look at that silhouette.
Isn't that cool?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's good.
He's another one of those artists that really likes drawing cars.
Yeah.
He's
like
Sean Gordon Murphy in that fact. So
I respect that so much because I suck at cars.
Yeah, me too.
So this
Why do you think Hero does not drive cars?
This isn't a comic page, but I thought you guys would like really respect it and be like, oh, cool, because I know I was.
Mm-hmm.
The original Blade Runner poster, the original Blade Runner movie poster.
Yeah, I love movie posters, even some that I'm not into. Reminds me of my dad's.
Isn't that awesome?
Office. Yeah. I even like the folds in the paper sometimes.
Yeah, it's totally, absolutely original, which is pretty cool.
Keep telling Mike he needs to bring home some more movie posters because some of those things can become valuable.
That's funny.
I told him if he can get hands on a Captain Marvel poster, I want it.
So there's a couple of Barry Windsor Smiths coming up. This is Barry Windsor Smith Giant Size Rune number 1, page number 7.
Oh yeah, let's see.
Check this out.
Are you gonna switch it?
What are you talking about?
We're still seeing the Blade Runner.
You know, the window. Sorry, dude. The window actually popped out. I didn't, and I've been like, "Ooh, look at this! They're not saying anything. They must be like stunned in silence." There you go.
Oh, that is nice.
Hold on, here you go. Look at this.
That is awesome.
Look at this. It gets better. Look at that.
I forgot how good that book looked. I know I bought Rune #1. Is that what issue is that?
Number 7.
I have a lot of those issues.
No, giant size #1, page number 7.
Okay, I just have bought Rune #1. I think the giant size is something different.
Well, he did the art for all like the backup stories, like it was 4-page stories in different comics, and then he did like the first several of the series for Rune, and I have a lot of those.
Wait, did he draw in his own freaking words there, or is that later?
Oh, somebody added.
Oh, it's put on with like a sticker.
Yeah.
These are cut. Yeah, well, these are drawn. These are hand. I can look because I can. Here, I'll zoom in.
Yeah, they're hand drawn, but they're laid on with like a sticker. Like
yeah, you see how it's got paper on it. These are hand drawn, but you see how it's like paper.
Yeah.
Right there.
You can kind of see through it. You can kind
those things.
He does. They do have like hand drawn lettering though. A lot of this Eric Larson stuff. Surprisingly, the early Dragon stuff was all hand lettered on the page, and it's gorgeous. All right, so I got another one for you.
Okay.
This is another Rune #5, story page number 23. Look at
this. I wouldn't care what issue or what page it was, just to have a Barry Windsor Smith would be fantastic.
Look at how nice this page is.
Wow.
Look at that, dude. Isn't that crazy?
Yep.
I'm just taking it all in.
Just gorgeous. I know. It's like, ugh. And I was never even a big Rune fan. I thought the character is kind of stupid. But
Barry Windsor Smith is awesome.
But Barry Windsor Smith can draw anything and make it look good. Yeah.
Is he using opaque, or is he using what is he using for the white over?
Yeah, probably just acrylic.
Yeah, it's probably
or whiteout.
Whiteout.
Yeah.
Whiteout is so. I mean, I don't see how he could control whiteout like that. Okay, guys, I might have to mute myself there.
Yeah, but it's probably like white acrylic or white ink.
Yeah, something like that. Because he matched it to the. I love how you can see that he matched it to the actual ink line to give it a little bit of thickness. You're like,
it's probably like back then the most common good stuff would have been the Winsor Newton white ink.
Yeah, something like that.
In which you can use that with a quill pen, or the Doc Martens. You can use that with a quill pen.
Are you ready for another one?
Yep.
Rune #5, splash page number 6.
Oh, that's just creepy. I don't like it.
It is creepy.
Isn't that creepy?
Yeah, it's unsettling.
It is.
It's got shadows for his eyelashes.
What's unsettling?
Just
this image.
Why? It's awesome.
Just look at it.
He's supposed to be like a demigod or something like that.
Right, yeah.
So I have the next one. It really surprised me. Do you guys remember Tom Grindberg's work?
Yeah.
I have no idea who that is.
Yeah, he was okay, I guess. I think it's fair to say back in the 90s, he was okay.
There was a time when he was like trying to be like Mike Mignola.
Yes.
Yeah, I remember that.
He
did like a Thor and Silver Surfer annual or something.
Yeah,
where it was like
Mignola. That's exactly right.
It was a poor man's Mignola, is what it was.
Totally. Well, he did a personal piece, and I was like, whoa! I would love to see work like this. Look at this.
Oh wow!
Who did that?
Tom Grindberg, dude.
Because he's trying to. That's more Frazetta, dude.
Frazetta. It is literally look how beautiful that is.
Yeah, that even looks like one of Frank's compositions.
Yeah,
it looks like
it is a tribute to Frank Frazetta. I mean, It's literally, he even signed it at like Frank Frazetta's name. Like he's clearly was studying Frank Frazetta.
Yeah.
Look how gorgeous that is.
That is gorgeous.
Look at that. I was like, just the shadows. I was like, oh my God.
I would be interested in seeing how he evolved from there.
Look at this, dude. Isn't that great?
Yeah.
So then we have.
He doesn't like to draw feet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, just the hardest part of the body is the hands and the body, everything else. Just a Barry Windsor Smith. There's a lot of rune stuff going on for some reason.
Somebody who has a collection is just trying to get rid of some pages.
Yeah, look how cool this is, though.
That is nice. What is that from?
Rune number 5.
I don't remember.
And
that.
then this is the guy,
okay.
the guy with the close up of the face. This is the full body as he comes to like yell at Rune. I remember the
Ambiguous.
Isn't that cool?
That is cool.
So then this one is for Avery. We've got John Buscema and Ernie Chan, Conan the Barbarian 75, story page 14. Look at that.
It's got a
I
couple
love it.
babes.
I love all the cross hatching and like hatching back into it.
Isn't this
Especially
awesome?
Like cross hatching with a brush. I love it.
Look at that, dude. Damn your hide, girl. I can't move freely with you hugging my middle. Sounds like I say that every night.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm usually saying it to my dog, though.
Isn't that awesome? Andrew, you're so innocent.
I love all that dry brush, dude.
I know. Isn't this gorgeous, dude? And that's like kind of, I feel like this is like a classic Ernie Chan representation of Buscema, too. And then the pièce de résistance, this is the final piece that I have for tonight. Okay. I believe, my guess, based on the date that it goes for auction, I'm guessing that this is one of those pieces that's going to be at New York Comic Con. Andrew, you know how I always stare at those cases?
Oh, yeah.
They haven't released all they for these auctions that are a little further away, they only have like 1 or 2 pieces to kind of get you excited by it and to drum up interest. So I don't know what else is going to be in those glass cases at Comic-Con, but I'm going to guess that this is going to be there, and I can't wait to see it in person. You ready for this?
Yep.
Oh my God, that was for the chromium cover, wasn't it?
That's right. The Barry Windsor Smith Bloodshot #1 cover, dude.
Oh,
so let's zoom in. Look how awesome that is.
That's nuts.
Look at that, dude. Look at that hand. Isn't that incredible?
It's very cool.
I mean, his ink line, it looks like he sketches, but it's just so perfect.
Yeah. It's like you're right. It's got a sketch feel to it.
That's almost all brush.
Yeah, I'll take your word for it. I have no idea. It looks.
It's a mix of like brush and either like a quill pen or like a calligraphy pen.
Yeah, this is gonna go for thousands. So
I could be wrong, but
I think you're right. It looks pretty brush-like. Isn't that incredible?
It's a back and forth, man.
Look at the imperfections in the red circle.
Yeah.
Oh, it's so good.
Dude, it's so good. Look at that torso. I could just stare at this part just to like dissect how this guy draws forever.
Stare at it.
Isn't that crazy?
Because there's some, I don't want to say, help me out with a better term. There's a I don't care about it, but it's not an I don't care. It's he's painting. Yeah. I'm comfortable with what I'm doing.
He's painting with ink.
Yeah.
And that is what makes a master. He's not drawing like these little dots and like stuff like these little splotchy dot stuff. Like
right.
No one does. No one else ever does this. And he's painting like it's quick. You know what I mean? This is not slow. I mean, it takes him a long ass time because there's a lot of lines, but this is really quick sketching and quick flinging of whatever, the brush, the pen, whatever it is.
I bet you he did this in a day.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Probably half a day. I mean,
he just sat down with a blank piece of paper and just went nuts.
It's a sketch. But it's a super tight sketch. And this is my favorite period because this still held the Weapon X.
Maybe that's all quill pen. It's just
I don't know. Avery would know better than me. I have no idea.
Parts of it definitely look like a quill pen, and parts of it don't. But
it says
if you change your nib, if you've got a couple of different ones with different types of nibs, you can get so much variation.
So the description says Barry Windsor Smith, Bloodshot #1 cover, original art, Valiant, 1993. This first issue cover is remarkable for several reasons. One is the artist's incredible rendering of the hero, and also this is the very first chromium cover produced by Barry Windsor Smith and Valiant Comics. The art, I remember that. It was a big deal when that thing came out.
Mm-hmm.
The art was embossed and printed on chromium cardstock and affixed to the cover of each issue. A Bloodshot movie is currently in production and scheduled for release in February 2020.
Oh, that's why.
As the first of a that's why it's going live. As first of a planned Valiant film universe, making this piece even more appealing prize for fans and collectors. The image is crafted in pen and ink, so they just say pen and ink.
Yeah.
But they don't usually say different. They don't say brush and ink versus pen and ink. I think pen and ink is just ink.
No, but that could be a nib. Like,
Yeah, they don't, but I will say I've seen stuff that's clearly brushed and they still call it pen and ink. So,
wow.
over graphite and blue pencil on bright white 11x17 Bristol. His chest emblem is hand colored by Barry Windsor Smith and bright red acrylic, signed by Barry Windsor Smith. Very light handling around the edges. However, the image area is in excellent condition. And by the way, I wanted you guys to see this. Do you remember this? Seeing this the other night?
Mm-hmm.
The Conan, Barry Windsor Smith, early Barry Windsor.
Uh-huh.
And we were like, oh, that's kind of cool, but it's kind of weird looking. Check out the price it got.
I can't see it.
90,000.
What?
Sold for 90,000.
Sold for 90,000.
Wow.
Yep.
Have you ever looked up any Ethan Van Sciver or anything on this site?
Yeah, he has stuff. I mean, we can look it up. He has stuff. Here, let me stop sharing for just a second, and I'll. He has stuff pop up every now and then. I don't know how big he is in terms of.
Pretty sure his Rebirth would go pretty nice.
He's got a historical. Here we go. Not too bad, not too much. The biggest one was an Ethan Van Sciver and Tim Townsend new X-Men 134 cover. For $2,800.
That's probably because of the infamous sex. I mean, that's probably because it's more infamous than any other reason.
Yeah, I'll show you. I can show you some other stuff that's coming up that's really good. I'll show you one or two more. This one, I remember seeing this cover, and it wasn't. I was like, whatever. Like when it came out, but now that I see it in black and white, I'm like, I want it. But of course, I won't because it's probably going to be a fortune. But here we go.
Oh God!
John Byrne, Spectacular Spider-Man.
Oh God!
It's signed by
I didn't
Byrne.
even know I would like that much.
It's signed by Byrne and Jim Shooter.
This is how Oh wow!
It's so striking, and there's no detail.
There's nothing there.
Yeah.
Look at that.
Even on the original inks, you can see the lines underneath. You know?
Yeah, he sketched it and he just inked it. Like, it's great. Isn't that awesome?
Yeah. But yet it took him a good. I mean, there's love and passion there. I mean, it took him a while to do it.
Well, what I really like about stuff like this is once you see, you can find the artist and then they have the historical prices below. So this one was a Byrne this page. Do you remember this one?
Oh
Classic.
my God.
$204,000.
Could you imagine that up on your walls, guys?
No. Look, it's signed by Byrne, Stan Lee.
Oh, damn.
It's signed by everybody. Jim Shooter
and
signed it.
Only went for that's 200.
And
right?
200,000.
Yeah, but I mean,
It's got it's signed by Chris Claremont, Stan Lee, Jim Shooter, and John Byrne.
You said, and it said May 18th was the.
Yeah, it was. I remember when this went live. I saw this. Look at that, dude.
Dude, that purchase. I bet you within a couple years that could be doubled on this page.
Oh, sure.
Double, triple. Maybe even going to the 6 digits.
Maybe.
Yeah, well, Chris Claremont, John Byrne, and Jim Shooter are not young men, so.
Yeah, that's true.
Right. Oh, yeah. And that's a good point.
Oh, well, here you go. If you want to know the history of it. So it sold in 2003. So here it is down here, 2003. This is why I love this stuff. In 2003, it sold for $55,000. In 2015, it sold for $167,000, and in 2019, it was $204,000. Can you imagine?
Original art is an investment.
Does any covers from Kirby in the 1963 to 1965 era exist anymore?
Oh yeah, oh yeah. I see it all the time. Look at this, dude. Look at that.
And
Crazy.
Colossus is one of my favorite to look at. I never liked what they did with him beyond his origin, which is dope.
Me too.
But I think he had so much more.
Look at that, how gorgeous
Barry
that is.
Austin is an awesome inker, dude.
Yeah, look how good that is.
It's just solid. It's just in the pocket.
It feels like it's got weight, right? It just feels real. It's just good. Classic,
nice.
Uncanny X-Men with all the stuff up there. I tell you right now, if and when I actually do get to draw my graphic novel, I'm doing this. Like, I'm printing out on paper my logos, my trademark. I'm having it like this.
Todd, this is how you do it. How
Yeah.
you do that kind of thing.
Oh,
yeah.
You do all your layouts and penciling in Photoshop. You do all your logo stuff and you make your art blue. You use an archival printer. You lay all the artwork and lettering out in black and then print. And then all that stuff will be in black, perfect. All the text will be perfect. And then you ink your characters and backgrounds and gutters and all that.
Yeah. It's just gorgeous.
It'll all be there. I would recommend using an archival printer.
So wait, say it again. You just do the blue and then switch it to black and then print.
Yeah, do it in layers. The bottom layer is your art in blue.
Mm-hmm.
Your layouts in blue. The top layer is all your text, all your logos in black. And then you print it.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Yeah.
And ink it.
Yeah. Look at
or you could print it all in blue and hand ink all the lettering too.
I'll tell you what, though, the person in 2003 that sold it for $55,000 feels like a chump. Because he made $55,000, but this dude just bought it for $204,000. It more than quadrupled in less than like 15 years.
Yeah,
that's crazy.
Yep.
So what was it? You want to see some Kirby covers?
Guys, I'll be back.
Wait, I'm not. Son of a bitch.
Oh no!
Look, this is actually up for auction right now. This will probably be in New York.
Oh wow!
Wait, hold on. Wait till there it goes. How's that for you?
I love all that brushwork.
Isn't that awesome?
Who brushed that?
And he signed it too, which is dope. Who is this? This is Sid Shores. This one's up too. That's a
Oh, I'm liking Black Bolt since I researched Kirby. Him and Medusa.
Look at that.
Yep.
That's really pretty.
Wow.
That is.
That's very nice. Very nice.
264,000, 167,000.
That's it?
You know, they say you draw yourself. Well, with Kirby, that's definitely who he was drawing. You see him in everything he draws. You see his face, everything. He looked in the mirror a lot when he was
even in some of the monsters and other.
Yeah. Oh, Hulk is all Kirby. Yeah, yeah. He's got that, especially those eyebrows.
Look at that, dude.
That's awesome.
Very nice. All right, well, Todd, we're going to wrap this up.
All right. I'm glad I could share a little bit.
Yeah, that was awesome. It is 9:30, and some of us have to get up and go to work early in the morning.
Boo.
I do. I have to get up. I have to get up at.
You guys be careful.
Specifically who I was talking about.
Let you know, I don't want to set it into where I'm like, if I can make it out there Sunday afternoon, I'm gonna try.
Okay.
I'm trying harder than I've tried.
You'll see the new store next weekend. So.
Okay. But I just wanted to try to get out there to kind of help you move some boxes and stuff like that. But it's hard to sign on the dotted line with these things.
Well, you know what's so funny is I sat down with Mike and I looked at his schedule for this week.
Mhm.
He was off today, but he was helping his mother with some stuff, so he couldn't come and help me at the store. Tomorrow he closes, so during the time when I'd be doing stuff, he's not available. And then Sunday, same thing. And then Monday and Thursday, I have half days off of work, and he's closing both nights. And it's like every opportunity I have to drag him in and have him help me, and he's working. Which, you know what? More power to him. Let the kid work. Let him make money, and that's fine.
I've got one more thing for you before we go.
All right, make it quick.
Hey, do you see my screen?
Yes, I see your screen.
You ready?
Oh. Oh.
Wow.
You thought it was gonna be like a McFarlane?
No, a Del Keon.
It
Yeah.
is.
It is
I
a
thought
Del-
it was. Yeah.
It looks like a Gary. It looks more like one of the Gary Frank. Okay.
No, it's a Del Keon. Look at
It's not one I'd buy.
that.
Yeah.
It's
If
definitely.
I had the money to buy a
myself.
Dale Keown, that wouldn't be the cover I bought.
You know that whole thing about it's all in when you get into comics. Well, I know a lot of people hate the
What
Professor.
about this one?
Yeah.
That's a good one. That's an
Yeah,
awesome
dude.
one.
That one, dude. That one's awesome.
Hold on.
Look at that. Look at.
Yeah, dude.
So
See,
good.
in our memory, that brush hatching was.
Oh, look at the dots.
Oh yeah, the Ben-Day.
Wait. You can't. Well, how the heck is this hand? How did he do that?
What?
It's a sticker.
Yeah. That zip tone.
Zipatone. Yeah, Ben-Day.
Yeah, or shading film, or
I have no idea what you guys are saying right now.
it's okay. I have some. Where's it at?
Is it-
Hey,
Oh wow! It's better than the colored version.
yeah, it's always.
Sam Keith, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I don't know where it's at right now. I would show you, Kodiak.
definitely.
It's a big sheet of a clear sticker on a piece of paper that has the pattern printed on it.
This has it pretty big on it. If you want me to, here.
Cut it to shape and stick it on there.
Look at this face. You see it? See?
Yep.
Yeah, you're gonna have to show me that more. I don't get why that would be a thing.
Well,
It was the way back in the day. It was the only way to get a shadow, like to
Yeah.
get a fade. See how it fades?
Uh-huh.
The
Yeah,
I
dots
knew
get
that,
smaller.
but I thought a computer did that.
No, there was no
Now-
computer back then, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Now you can do that with a computer.
Look at that.
That page is awesome.
There's another way they did it too. That's really next to impossible to find. Is there was a duotone artboard that came with a light and dark activator, and you would draw your image, ink it, and then use the light and dark activator to activate the pattern in the paper.
Wow. Was it just me, or was that first Sam Keith you showed in the 2 millions? Like it was in the millions.
No.
I saw. I don't know.
Probably a couple 100,000.
Okay. I was wondering why he earned the big bucks.
Look at that, dude. I could do this all night.
That he taped that part and it chemically changed that section on the leg.
Yep.
All right, I gotta go. I love you guys.
All right, man.
You know what? See you later.
Wait. Don't go before you see this. Oh well.
You know what? Every artist, no matter whether they're into comic books or just whatever, painting, this painting guy I know, we all have a thing for skulls for some reason.
Yes.
You know,
Yes.
no matter how many times we tell Todd we're wrapping it up, he still doesn't listen.
Yeah, that's why he's got 2 kids already.
That was good.
I tried to beat Avery to it because I knew that was one he pulled out on me. All right, love you guys. See y'all.
Take it easy, Kodiak.
Later.
On that note, we're wrapping up the stream. Thank you guys so much for coming by. And I know a lot of you are probably going to watch this later because there wasn't a lot of people in here this evening. But that's okay. It's Friday night. We understand that. Thank you to Avery. Thank you to Kodiak. Thank you for Todd for sharing. And I'll save my peep show stuff and for another time. I'll do the Legos without you guys because I got to get it done. All right. Good night, everybody.